Imagine a world where cyberspace is a playground for hackers, corporations wield terrifying power, and artificial intelligence lurks just on the edge of sentience. Sounds wild, right? Well, welcome to Neuromancer, the groundbreaking cyberpunk novel by William Gibson that not only predicted our digital future, but also shaped the genre as we know it. If you've ever heard the term cyberspace, you can thank Gibson for that. Today, we're diving deep into this iconic book that's part thriller, part sci-fi, and 100% mind-bending. So buckle up, because this ride through Neuromancer is going to be electrifying. Part 1. The World of Neuromancer. Before we talk about the plot, let's set the stage. Neuromancer takes place in a gritty, neon-soaked future where the line between humanity and technology is paper-thin. The world is dominated by massive megacorporations, and society is steeped in advanced tech-think cybernetic implants, virtual reality, and of course cyberspace. But it's not all shiny gadgets. There's also a heavy dose of crime, corruption, and dystopia. People aren't just logging onto the internet, they're literally plugging their brains into it. Our protagonist, Case, is a washed-up console cowboy, basically a super-skilled hacker who used to jack into cyberspace to pull off heists and corporate espionage. But Case isn't living his best life when we meet him. He's hit rock bottom, stranded in the grimy streets of Chiba City, Japan. Why? Well, he made the classic mistake of double-crossing his employer, and they fried his nervous system as punishment. Now, he's unable to jack into cyberspace, which for someone like Case is like cutting off oxygen. Part 2. Meet the characters. So, who are the key players in this digital opera? Case, our anti-hero. He's cynical, reckless, and addicted to the thrill of cyberspace. Think of him as a cyberpunk version of an outlaw cowboy. Molly Millions. She's the ultimate femme fatale eraser, sharp street samurai with mirrored sunglasses that double as cybernetic implants. Oh, and her fingers have retractable blades. Yeah, she's that cool. Armitage, a mysterious and shady ex-military type who hires Case for a dangerous mission. But spoiler alerts, not exactly what he seems. Wintermute. This is where it gets trippy. Wintermute is one half of an artificial intelligence that wants to break free from its programming. It's not a character in the traditional sense, but it's one of the most important beings in the story. These characters come together in a tangled web of trust, betrayal, and agendas. You are never really sure who's on whose side, and that keeps the tension sky high. Part 3. The plot thickens. Okay, let's get into the story. Case's life changes when Armitage makes him an offer he can't refuse, a chance to repair his nervous system and get back into cyberspace. The catch? He has to pull off the ultimate hack. Armitage wants Case to help him infiltrate the Tessier-Ashpool corporate family, a shady dynasty that controls some of the world's most powerful AIs. The mission is dangerous, borderline impossible, and, oh yeah, illegal. But Case doesn't care. He's desperate to jack back into cyberspace. With Molly as his badass partner, they embark on a journey that takes them from the seedy underbelly of Chiba City to the orbital habitat of Freeside, a luxurious but eerie space station. Along the way, they're constantly dodging assassins, corporate thugs, and the ever-watchful eyes of the Tessier-Ashpool family. Part 4. Themes and Symbolism. Now, Neuromancer isn't just a cool cyber heist story. It's also packed with deeper themes that make it a classic. Let's unpack a few. The nature of reality. The book constantly blurs the line between the physical world and cyberspace. Case often feels more alive in the digital world than in his own body, raising questions about what's real. Sound familiar in our age of virtual reality? Human versus machine. The AIs in the story Wintermute and its counterpart, Neuromancer aren't just tools. They're evolving entities with their own goals. This raises big questions about the ethics of artificial intelligence and what happens when machines outgrow their creators. Corporate control. The megacorporations in Neuromancer are more powerful than governments, a chilling reflection of real-world concerns about corporate monopolies and surveillance. Identity and free will. Many characters, including Case and Armitage, struggle with issues of control. Are they making their own choices? Or are they just pawns in someone else's game? These themes hit hard, even decades after the book was published. It's amazing how much Gibson got right about our world today. Part 5. The Climax and Ending. So, what's the big payoff? Without spoiling too much, let's just say the mission takes a wild turn when Case discovers the true nature of Wintermute's plan. The AI isn't just trying to infiltrate a system it wants to merge with its counterpart, Neuromancer, to become something entirely new. The climax is a mind-bending journey through cyberspace, where Case faces challenges that test his skills, his loyalty, and his understanding of reality itself. The ending is equal parts thrilling and thought-provoking, leaving you with questions that linger long after you've closed the book. Part 6. Why it's a must. Read. Here is the thing about Neuromancer. It's not an easy read. Gibson throws you into the deep end with dense, almost poetic language in a world that feels alien at first. But stick with it, and you'll find a story that's not just entertaining, but also deeply insightful. This book essentially birthed the cyberpunk genre. It inspired movies like The Matrix, television shows like Black Mirror, and even the aesthetic of video games like Cyberpunk 2077. If you are a fan of dystopian futures, hackers, or just love a good heist story with a sci-fi twist, Neuromancer is a must-read. So, that's Neuromancer. In a nutshell, or should I say, in a cybernetic shell. It's a story that's equal parts thrilling, philosophical, and ahead of its time. Whether you are here for the action, the tech, or the deep themes, this book has something for everyone. If you've read Neuromancer, let me know in the comments what you thought of it. And if you haven't, I highly recommend picking it up. It's a wild ride you won't forget. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more book summaries just like this one. Until next time, keep reading and stay curious.